Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Jay. I'm sitting here on the Marble Reef, well, outside of it, and just kind of missing my Anthias a little bit. The square Anthias that I had before. It was a beautiful Anthias. The colors were just vibrant. It was a perfect size for the tank. The way it elegantly moved through the wave makers and everything, it was awesome. But you know what? It was a bully, and I was really picking on the dotty back, picking on the even going after the chromis and the tang. It didn't mess with the clownfish that I saw, but it messed with the scat from time to time. So the chromis are too fast for it, but unfortunately the tang and the scat had a little bit of fin damage. The issue with the tang was it was getting way too stressed out. I mean, it was getting a bacteria infection down on its belly. It was losing fins, starting to recede fins, um, and I'm just not having that. It's not an appropriate thing. I hate taking on the responsibility of a fish and having to move on from it like that. It's relying on you for life, but I did my research on them, and I spoke with the people at the local fish store, and everybody that I spoke to said, they're not aggressive at all. Um, they're docile, and they should be fine, and it should be able to handle itself with the dotty back. And yeah, it handled itself with the dotty back all right, but the dotty back never came out. You could tell it was stressed, and the tang was just hurting. So. Now, what I did was the tang is looking so much better right now. I use this additive called Celcon, and it's amazing. I put it on the seaweed inside. You can see I use my magnetic glass cleaner, and what I did was I super glued the clip to it, the Omega 1 clip, suction cup to it, and then I can put it on and off of there, and I can get it in and out of the tank, and it sticks to the glass real well. But I can get the thing out without sticking my hand in all the time, and keeps your hands dry. Not to mention, you never know what's on your hands that can get in and contaminate. You want to try to keep out of the tank as much as possible, which is hard for me and hard for a lot of people. But anyways, the tang's looking awesome. The bacteria infection or whatever it had on its stomach is completely gone as of today. Its fins are starting to regrow. It's out. It's happy. It's swimming around. Same with the dotty back. You see it going right there in the front. Dotty back's picking a little bit now that it's got a little bit, more free time out of the rocks. It is picking on the chromis a tad, but they're used to that from before, and we never had enough stress where, um, they were in any kind of harm really. They get maybe chased a little bit, but they chase each other anyway. Scat's doing fine. Clownfish, you wouldn't even know I have them. These clownfish, they just sit in the back corner all day, every day. They go down. If any kind of this rock gets back there, they pick it up, move it. So they're constantly just breeding, laying eggs, and but you never really see them. They don't come out. Maybe when you feed them from time to time, they'll come out in the front. But even if you have the rock structure back there and you're trying to block it, they'll find a way to get back in the corner. And so, anyways, I've only had, as far as a Aiptasia update, I was clear and free of those for about 4 or 5 days straight. I didn't see anything. I was using my little magnifying glass, nothing. And just yesterday, I noticed on one of the candy cane corals that did have that issue from the last tank, and that I fragged a bunch of it off of. One little one growing on there, so I pulled that out. I used a Q-tip, I took it off, wiped it off. I used a paper towel, cleaned the area, and then I covered that spot with super glue. So I'm not concerned about, Aiptasia coming back on that. And, they might pop up from time to time, but I'm getting there. I'm very close to the end of these things. I can feel it. I never see it on any of the rocks. I don't see it in the wave makers anymore. Um, and that was the only coral I've seen it on. And as far as the worldwide corals, they're all doing great. They're opening up. They look beautiful. I'm excited to get them over onto the main rock structure, but right now I've got a bunch of GSP and candy cane, a couple zoas, some frog spawn that I have to bring into the LFS or maybe put online, see if there's another local reefer that wants to trade some coral or something. But that stuff is staying up into the frag rack just to be 100% certain that there's no Aiptasia coming out of it, growing out of it, off the plug, whatever, before it goes on the structure. So I'm hoping within the next like month I can get a majority of these frag racks out, but they don't look horrible, and it's all good. But yeah, the tank's doing really well. My numbers are great. My pH dropped a little bit too low last night, but again, that was with the Apex controller probe. So I'm gonna check all my numbers today because I do my water change tomorrow, and just make sure everything's legit. But yeah, super happy about that yellow tang. Is I mean, just so comfortable now coming out, swimming everywhere. Just looks a million times better, and I'm so excited for it just to feel better and feel more comfortable in its home. So, anyways, I hope that y'all have a wonderful day. I'm gonna put out another couple updates. I'm gonna go over some more equipment soon. I'd like to spotlight some of some of my setup. I think it's pretty unique. Not that anybody else doesn't do it, but um, I just like going over that with everybody. Anyways, have a great day, have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Thanks.